So if I lost literally everything, my audience, my income, my network, everything was all gone, here's how I would grow my Instagram from scratch and return to a full-time income from the platform. Let's skip all the boring intros and stuff like that and dive right into this training. Just make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any more of these banging videos. Now, I'm going to make one assumption in this video, and that is that you have something that you are able to promote. You have an affiliate offer, you have your own business, you have a service or something that you are able to sell. If you don't, then find an affiliate product that you can really get behind and promote through Instagram. Now, the first thing that I would go ahead and do is work out who is the target customer for whatever I'm trying to promote, whether it be a coaching service, whether it be a course, whether it be a service, whether it be a physical product like an e-commerce store. I would work out who I'm trying to get in front of that is most likely to buy this product. Because at the end of the day, all these followers doesn't matter if they're not converting into customers. And if you're looking to try and make a full-time income, doesn't matter how many followers you have, it's about how many customers you can serve. Now, the second step would be to publish content every single day on your Instagram that is going to be of massive value to that specific person. Value comes in so many different ways across so many different niches, but what you really need to understand is who it is that you are trying to reach on Instagram, and then put out content that is going to be massively valuable to them. If you're a coach or an expert and you're trying to enroll people into your programs, then put out many tips and tricks and strategies and bust some myths and put that out there on Instagram. If you've built an e-commerce store, you want to go about and find content that is interesting to your target customer. Don't just post ads all day long. If you're an affiliate for some sort of product, understand who wants that product and understand what they like and enjoy, and really nail this down so you can put out a ton of content that they're going to love. Content is like 90% of Instagram. The growth hacks help, but without the content, you're not going to get anywhere unless you're a clown and you buy loop giveaways on Instagram to grow your following. You'll get a lot of followers with bad content, but not engaged, not going to turn into customers, just silly. Social media in general is just all about putting out content that is valuable to the people you're trying to reach, to get them to follow you, to get them to tag their friends, to get them to share your content and to build your audience. It's not about begging for attention. It's not about spamming your advertisements all day to try and make a quick buck. It's about actually putting out great content that they're going to want to see. Now, once you have got an awesome offer, you know who wants it, and you're putting out content that they want, it's time to get into step number 3, which is getting that content in front of these people. It's one thing to just put out great content, but just putting out great content alone, you can grow, but it's going to be harder. You want to actually apply the right growth strategies to help get it in front of those right people and get the ball moving. Now, one way of doing this is with Instagram hashtags. And the cool thing about this is you can spend a little bit of time on this, like once a month. And then aside from that, it's virtually no effort and easy, guaranteed reach. Personally, I just do my hashtag research at the very start, and that's what I would do if I was restarting. I'll do my hashtag research, and then I would use those hashtags for the first month, and then after a month, I would spend 20 to 30 minutes just looking at the ones that are working best and slightly adjust my strategy from there going forward based on what's working and what's not. You want to use hashtags that relate to your content and your brand and the people that you are trying to reach, but you also don't want to go for hashtags too big that there is just insane competition for and is extremely hard to rank on. But at the same time, you don't want to be using ones that get absolutely no attention, because then it is just a waste of a hashtag. I did a full hashtag tutorial, which is up here, and it is also linked down below in the description, so you can check that out and it'll walk you through the entire thing. Make sure you watch this video through and then go watch that after. That'll run you through the entire strategy of finding the right hashtags, organizing them, and optimizing them over time. But by doing this hashtag strategy from the start, it'll allow you to get bonus reach on your content where you can reach new people. It shouldn't be something you entirely rely on, because as we've seen in recent times, Instagram took down the recent hashtag page, and that made a lot of people lose all of their hashtag reach. So it is not something that you want to rely on, but it is a nice, very passive bonus way to get in front of new people. Step number 4. Now, this would depend entirely on my budget. If I had a bit of money, which potentially I wouldn't, because I said if I'd lost everything, but if I did, I would invest this into influencers and Facebook ads to give my account a nice boost from the start. Even if it was only a couple $100, I would use this to grow my audience at the start and get me that initial fan base. This is what we do for our clients. We run influencer marketing campaigns to grow them a lot of highly targeted followers that are going to be interested in what they do. If you want to find more information on my agency, I will also link that down below where you can go and book a free strategy call. And on that call, we'll see how we can best help you with your results. And yes, it will be me on the call. But by going and spending even a couple $100s, this would allow me to really get a nice kickstart and get my first few hundred to few thousand followers right out the gates. On the other hand, if I had no money to invest, that would mean that I would have time to invest, and I would invest my time into doing the $80 strategy, which was first made famous by Gary Vee. This is actually something that I did well before Gary Vee started talking about it, even well before Gary Vee was known. I was using this strategy to grow one of my first Instagram accounts, which is this one here, Millionaire Dream. I grew that with the $80 strategy before it was even the $80 strategy. Similar to hashtags, I have also made a full tutorial, which is right here on how to do this, and I will also link that video below so you can go and watch that after this video if you want to learn more. But in essence, you want to find where your dream followers are hanging out. You've already done this part where you've established who you're trying to reach. Now you need to figure out where they hang out. What hashtags do they look at and what accounts do they follow? Then you simply want to go and engage on those places daily. You want to turn post notifications on for those Instagram accounts that they follow, and you want to jump into the hashtag section, dive into the comments and put out relevant stuff. Comment, like, reply, maybe even follow a few if you want, and that is going to help you reach a ton of people. And these followers will be hyper targeted because they're a follower that's coming to your page that's already had an interaction with you in some way, shape or form, and therefore they're going to be much more engaged than someone who just randomly stumbled across your account that has no connection to you. This is not a strategy that will get you hundreds of followers in your first day, but it will get you a handful of highly targeted people who are going to be highly engaged with you, and that'll help you get your content ranking and in front of more people. And you can potentially also get a bunch of customers from this strategy too, which is again something that I've done and works very well. Now, number 5, what I would do if I lost everything. Now, after doing these previous 4 steps, understanding who I'm trying to reach, getting that content in front of them, using hashtags and the $80 strategy, I would take a very careful look over my Instagram analytics. Look at what's working best, look at what's not working, look what can be improved, and just take a really good deep dive into my analytics. You can do this just for free inside of the Instagram app, or you can use paid programs to look through your analytics. Really doesn't matter that much, but look at what is performing best and getting you results. Then I could simply use this data to improve things going forward. If I found certain types of content were working really well, I could do more of it. If I was finding certain types of content was just bombing every time, I can just stop doing it. This can allow me to double down on what's working well and cut what is not working. Whether it be certain topics of content, certain fonts, certain types of posts, whatever, I would go through, figure it all out and apply that in future. Analytics is something that we go deep into in my full Instagram course, which you can grab in the link down in the description and check out more information on if you're interested. Now, step number 6. Now, as your following starts growing, you can start monetizing this following even with only a few hundred followers. You can simply mention your offers and the results in your story, have people DM you, and then simply close them from that. Also, if you structure your account in the right way, as your following grows and as people start finding you, you're going to get people naturally reach out to you that are somewhat interested in what you're doing if you've done things the right way. Like I say, I simply like to think of this as serving your audience. If you post a ton of content about how men can put on more muscle in the gym and that's the audience you serve, as you start growing a following, you're gonna have a ton of people DM you. Now, you can recommend to them different things. You could recommend different protein powders that are gonna be suitable for that person's needs. You can recommend different exercise equipment that is going to help them get results. You could recommend different diet plans or workout plans, and all of these you could either build out yourself or you can become an affiliate of. Now, if you simply focus on serving your audience, this is pretty simple to do, really. If you have a great offer paired with targeted followers who know, like, and trust you, it's pretty simple. And again, this is something we talk really in depth about inside my program, but It's not really that hard. You can start making money using these strategies with a few thousand, even a few hundred followers, as long as you grow them in a really targeted manner and you're just genuine and they trust you and whatever you post about. Whether you're a personal brand, whether you're a company, whether you're a theme page, doesn't really matter. And this is going to line us up for the final, if not sort of second to last step of this process. Step number 7. Now that you're at the point where you're growing organically, you're starting to make an income from your account, it's time to start scaling things up and getting massive results. What I would do if I was starting from scratch is I would reinvest 100% of the money that I made from the account back into growing it. And this is where you can really start seeing compounding results. And this is something I didn't do when I started on Instagram like 4 or 5 years ago, because I was a 15-year-old. I didn't know like the power of compound interest and compound results. So this is something I wish I'd done that you should do. As you start making a little bit of money, I would pay influencers inside of the niche to repost my content. I would potentially hire a designer to make more or better content for my Instagram. I would run Facebook ads to grow my account faster. I would potentially hire an agency or at least book a consulting call with an expert, which is again what we offer, subtle pitch, that can allow me to learn more and grow faster. And I'm not just saying that to try and pick up clients or coaching students. I mean, yes, we can help you get results, but you might want to just invest your money back into paying influencers to promote your content to grow faster, and it will massively help you. Because if you get to a few hundred followers, you make a few $100s, and then you reinvest that can get you up to a couple thousand followers. And then from that point, you can start making a little bit more money, and then you put that back into growing your account through any of those strategies, whether it be content, influencers, ads, etc. And then you're just going to keep growing faster and faster and faster and building up the income. Your profit might stay zero because you're reinvesting it all, but your income could go from $100 a month up into the thousands of dollars per month really quickly. And then at some point you can say, hey, now I'm going to only reinvest 50% of what I'm making back into my account, and you suddenly instantly got a couple $1,000s profit, as opposed to taking it all out and grafting away. Yes, you will still be able to get results, but it will take a lot longer to see them. And then step number 8 is to just keep really consistent with this. Great content daily, really targeted hashtags, engage where your target audience is. Serve your audience with paid products that are making you an income. Reinvest that back into influencers and education, and test your analytics, go through all of that stuff and test, improve, better your content and strategies over time. This roadmap that I've just laid out will get you the best results possible as fast as possible if you follow it. Now, if you want to accelerate results, yes, I've got my full Instagram program linked below. I've also got an Instagram crash course, which is like a mini course going over the fundamentals for $9. Or if you want to hire me for consulting, for our agency to grow your account, then I've also got information on that in the description. And that's it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know your biggest takeaway in the comment section, what you're going to start implementing on your account. And aside from that, make sure you subscribe to the channel to see more content like this twice a week. See you all next time.